You're lying in the dark, eyes open, body completely still, and somewhere in your head a conversation is happening that hasn't occurred yet, might never occur. You're not asleep. You're not exactly awake either. You're just running it. Nobody's making you do this. You just can't stop. Maybe it's a conversation with your boss tomorrow. Maybe it's something you'll finally say to someone who hurt you if you ever get the chance. You run it 3, 4, 5 times. Different tone, different opening line. People call this overthinking. But that's not quite what's happening. Researcher Gabriele Wettingen at NYU has spent years studying mental rehearsal, and what she found is that the brain uses imagined scenarios to test outcomes before committing to the real ones. That's not anxiety. That's your brain running a simulation before the stakes are real. Somewhere around midnight, it gets worse. Your brain starts building the version where everything goes wrong. The meeting falls apart. The plan collapses. You didn't ask for this. It just shows up uninvited right when you're trying to sleep. And here's the part that's hard to admit. Some of that spiral is real. Your heart rate does climb. Your mind does get louder, not quieter right before rest. Sleep researcher Colin Espy at Oxford calls this pre-sleep cognitive arousal the brain staying activated instead of winding down. But here's where it gets interesting. That activation isn't a malfunction. It's your system refusing to let you walk into tomorrow unprepared. You're not spiraling. You're stress testing. It doesn't stop at worst case thinking either. You'll catch yourself mapping out a plan for something that might never happen. An argument that hasn't started. A decision that's still months away. You already have 3 ways to handle it. Nobody asked you to prepare for this. Harvard psychologist Daniel Schachter has studied this for over a decade. What he calls episodic simulation. The brain using memory to construct and test future scenes before they even occur. Most people wait for the crisis. Your brain doesn't wait. It builds the exit before the fire starts. But here's the question worth sitting with. Is all of this rehearsal actually keeping you ready, or has it become armor, something you built? Because being caught off guard, once hurt more than you let on, both look identical from the outside. Only you know which one it is. This next one's different though, because it's not about the future. It's about something that already ended, and your brain won't let it stay ended. I still remember lying awake once, months after a conversation, rewriting my half of it. A better line, a calmer tone. The exact words I should have said instead. It changed nothing. The moment was long gone. But my mind kept opening the file anyway, like there was still a chance to fix the ending. You weren't stuck. You were still processing something most people dropped the second it was over. If you're a man, you probably never gave this a name. You just called it a bad night and moved on because admitting your mind runs like this felt like admitting something was wrong with you. It isn't. Somewhere underneath all those imagined conversations, you already know something they don't. You know exactly how many versions of tomorrow you've already survived before it even arrived. Which one do you replay the most? The conversation that already happened or the one that hasn't yet? Tell me in the comments. And if someone in your life can't turn their brain off at night, either send them this.